to the river. The sunset's gold and the water seems silver. Follow me down, down to the river. We could be anywhere in the world, but we're together.
Pretty intense.
Yeah. What kind of music do you all listen to?
I don't mind a bit of Justin Bieber.
Not Bieber.
Do you know Katy B? Okay, so we're doing this song with Katy, and basically we're going to make a track, like a sort of club fun track for everyone to dance to. But also, as well as the beats and the drums in the track, we're going to use the sounds of gymnastics and different sports as well. Whatever you do today, that's how we're going to be learning what we're going to do. You guys are like the pop stars, basically, today.
The underneath is a wooden surface, so it's got a nice resonance under here, and it's also open. So with the contact microphone, we get more of the soundboard itself.
Right. Dennis and I met over the telephone about 2 weeks ago, and he's been recording the Olympics for decades. He's just an expert at what he does.
Basically what I try to do, Mark, is to break down the individual elements of the sound. So the runway, the springboard, the actual vault itself, and the landing. What do you think of the sound?
I kind of think of all the sounds as which drums they would be like on the kit, and I feel like the landing is sort of the snare. It's the spring, it's the hand planting, and the landing, all of them together, that makes a sort of percussive human rhythm, you know?
Mark Ronson was really cool, he was funny. He looked like he was like really famous as well.
Yeah!
I'll probably go home and Google search him.
There are so many things that appealed to me about making a song that could be the sort of sound of the London Olympics if we get it right. I'm excited about going away and recording these athletes, and I have no idea where it's going to go and where. It's not that dissimilar to when I met Amy Winehouse, and I never made a record that sounded like 60s girl group jukebox pop music before, but the thought of setting out and trying to make something like that was something that was exciting.
Does this go higher, or should I go lower? Okay. I'd like to first of all thank Amy Winehouse for being such an amazing artist inspiration, have so much to do with the fact that I'm standing here.
I just feel like we're going around the world and sort of trying out each country's sort of best orchestra. Darius Knight. Hey, can you see me? Oh, I just hang up on him. There you are.
Yeah, I can see you.
David Oliver.
What's going on, man?
Kseniya.
Hi, Mark.
Dayyan.
There you are.
Hi, Maria.
Hola.
Hola. Basically, we're making this track for the Olympics. The song is built from the sounds of sports, and we're going around different places working with, you know, Olympic hopefuls and recording them and using the sounds to make the track and the beat. What's the sound that it makes when the arrow goes to the target?
Normally a bass drum sound.
Oh, cool. I thought maybe you could show me some of your moves.
Dad! Más o menos.
Table tennis is such a good sound, and it's such a good percussive element. There's like all these different things that I'm really excited to try out, so.
No, definitely. It's obviously great working with a star like you.
Oh, stop it. I love you.
No me había tocado como el sonido del taekwondo, ¿no? Bueno, me gustaría descubrir cuál es en sí el sonido o cómo mezclar el sonido con otros deportes de taekwondo, ¿no? Que es mi deporte.
When I first heard of the project, like they're going to take sounds from what we do in our sport and make it into a song, I was like, man, how is he going to do that?
It's like a music instrument. It's just, there's only one string. Yeah, it's like bass guitar sound.
Здорово, мне кажется, вообще будет услышать, как это будет наложено на музыку, мое биение сердца, мой пульс, мое дыхание, мои шаги. Я очень жду уже этого.
Yeah, my grunt in there, it's like a rapper that I think he knows. It's a rapper called Rick Ross. You know, he does like a grunt. I just do that and they're like, Darius, you're nuts.
My favorite sound, when the arrow hit the 10 points. Yeah.
Mark! Mark! When I say Mark, you say Ronson! Mark! Mark!
Maybe when we perform this event live, I almost picture an orchestra pit of these athletes and actually recreating the rhythms and the stuff live. So you have, instead of like your strings and your percussion, your cellos, you have your table tennis, your archer, obviously not sending off arrows into the crowd. Just trying to capture that idea of music and sport together.
Hi, Mark. Hey, good morning.
What's going on?
Good morning. How's the flight?
Long.
Very long.
Can I just watch you for a bit?
All
Do you
right,
mind?
sure.
Because I've never seen it before and it'd be just good to hear. Can I go over to by the target while you shoot? I could stand there while you shoot. Is that cool?
It's not safe to...
It's not safe?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever done the thing with the apple on the head?
No.
With your friends?
Archery is a focusing sport, the whole day event. I just say some prayers, then bring up my bow. I draw, aim, and then I shoot.
An impressive performance for Abdu Dayyan Jaffar and his partner from Turkey, and with that, a bronze medal.
So can we try getting some mics in? What distance is it? Is it that far?
70 meters.
Okay, so what we're recording is actually the real deal, like Olympics, what it's going to be. Is that okay for you, right here? Okay. Cool. Go ahead.
Did you hear anything? No.
Can you do one more? Bullseye. That's the sound we've been looking for. Congratulations, you just recorded your first #1 record.
I was kind of inspired by him to play archery because he made it seem so easy. But when we tried it, it was actually quite difficult. It's really difficult. I think we think that Ian's quite handsome. Yeah, he has the figure.
To your chin. To your chin.
Like there?
Yes. Pull more. Pull more. Pull more. Shoot.
Baseline. Where'd it go?
Yeah, I missed my first arrow, same as Mark. If he continues, he just need few years to get into national team.
Did I hit any of them there?
No, almost reached.
Oh, really? I always hear things in terms of music anyway, and in this case it happens to be, it's not like you're digging or reaching to try and get it to sound like something that belongs in a track, because the nature of what he does and the sounds that he creates seem like they were sort of made for it anyway. The sound of the arrow hitting the target, it just sounds like, it's like that's a kind of kick drum that you couldn't even buy. That slap is so cool.
There's so much energy.
Okay. You know what sounds really good when it hits the metal? That's the sound that it makes when his arrow clicks into the bow. And that's kind of got like a bit of a percussive sound too, so we use that as a hi-hat. And that's the arrow flying through the air. So that's literally going... that. Who knows how that got in there. So I feel like after that first chorus, the music just stopped and you just hear like... and you kind of just hear you pull the bow back. And then the beat comes back in, but with your sounds in it. So you'd be like in the club and like the breakdown have to be like, that's me, that's me. I take my shoes off, yes?
Yeah.
Hey.
My brother,
hey,
my second brother. This is my first medal.
When you won this medal, did that have anything to do with giving you the kind of desire to keep going?
There's a desire to collect more medals.
Yeah. Once you get one, right, it's like addictive.
Yeah. Do you play video games?
I mean, I did. Last time I played video games, you weren't born yet, but... I vaguely remember this one. Come on, Grandpa, what's going on? There's not even any rhythm to what I'm doing anymore.
Just like good like that.
Mark,
I don't think this is plugged in. This trip and just the experience has set the bar pretty high, so I'm not expecting like everywhere we go to have these like amazingly bonding experiences of, you know, sitting in someone's living room and feeling like being welcomed into their family, but I'm sort of just excited for all the trips now. It's sort of giving me a slight headache because now I'm thinking like this song needs to be 15 minutes long for all the inversions and the way the sports and all the stuff, and how are we going to really get that across in a 3.5 minute shiny pop song. It makes me feel like, holy shit, we went to Singapore for 2 days and all we got was 14 audio files, but that's why we went. It's not about quantity anyway, you know? And actually, just being there gave me a lot of ideas for the track. That's not gonna happen, like, I mean, that build sounds kind of When you're in the studio working on a song like this, you know, the main thing is that you're actually making it for people to have some kind of genuine emotional response that makes them want to dance. Sometimes when I'm DJing out and people come up to me at the end of the night and go, man, I had such a great time, I danced so well, thank you so much. I forget that that's kind of why I'm there. I'm there playing music because people really enjoy dancing. I think with dance and music, it definitely goes through phases. And now, it's very much been reclaimed by kids as a kind of youth culture again.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, man.
I'm Darius.
Mark.
Nice
Good
to meet you.
man.
Finally meet you.
Pleasure.
This is the owner, Tom.
Oh, hey, Tom. Very nice to meet you. Hi.
Darius was just like any other little boys that came to the club, you know, that wanted to come in and play table tennis. His difference was that he had the will to win at a very early age.
It's the golden rule, we flip it. It's the one thing we learned at our special school. They tried to teach us the maths and the physics, but I just couldn't help it. I just had to flip it. Let me tell you.
Basically, it's a bit like science. It's physics and mathematics. Mathematics. It's like the angle on the thing, this degree, this force, this power. For me, it's quite an intellectual game. So like, it's like playing chess, just doing it all straight away. And you've got to work it out. Is this shot going to go on, or can I pull it off under pressure as well?
Oh! The Shed's famous in table tennis. If you go anywhere in England and you say, oh, the Shed, the York Garden Shed, everyone's like, oh, the Shed. Everyone knows about it. Yeah.
Tom, were you his first coach?
First coach, yes. I started him when he was 8, Darius.
That's amazing.
Is that me, Tom, now?
Yeah.
I'm John? Yeah. He's embarrassing me now.
Today, aged 14, Darius Knight is one of the best junior players in Europe. His success has also sparked a burgeoning interest in the game in England.
If I didn't do table tennis, I'd probably, loafing around after school with my friends, causing trouble, looking for anything, just for a bit of fun, get up to a bit of mischief.
They all had a tough upbringing, Darius as well, and Battersea, so there's a tough environment there, yes. We've lost some, obviously, to drink and drugs and all sorts of things, but we've kept about 50% of them.
Next. If you watch me, you look how relaxed I am. And everything's in control. I'm not tense or just floating, like I'm flowing with the ball. It's just like a rhythm.
Yeah. Just slice it. Got to actually do something to the ball. Oh, not that much though. Yeah, got to actually do something.
Okay. Could be a long day.
The rhythm of table tennis is almost like, not like you're dancing, but you've got to move to the beat. The moment you're a bit too early, you miss a shot, you're a bit too late, you make a mistake. So it's all about being in rhythm.
Sí tienes ritmo. Al momento también que entrenas, que compites, sobre todo es como no un solo ritmo, sino cambio de ritmo, para que el otro competidor no sepa exactamente si vas a atacar o no vas a atacar. Entonces es como parte de la misma estrategia de tener un solo ritmo y cambio de ritmo.
Hurdling is definitely rhythmic. It's like a dance, it's always like dun 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 dun. It's got the 3-step cadence in between, and like a 3-step pause for the hurdle, 3-step, all the way through. But when you're getting off, if your 3 steps isn't like a dun dun dun, like if you're going like dun dun dun, then something is off.
All great music is created, and all groove music especially is created by the space and what you don't play, So if you listen to a old James Brown record and you listen in the shakers going, it's the space that it makes the funk, because otherwise it's just playing, and that's kind of nice as well, but it's where you put the spaces that gives the groove. I'm just going to put this on the front of that mic that you have here, because your wrist is so fast, it's actually like distorting, because it's going like... Okay. So this is just to like clip it down a bit. Okay, can we get like a longer rally kind of thing?
Yeah.
There's so many people that have made it quite interesting tracks out of building things with human noises, and you think of the old Wu-Tang tracks where they take the sound effects from the martial arts films, and it's kind of a similar thing.
Aquí en México manejan muy locos. Me gusta mucho la Ciudad de México a pesar de que tiene muchas cosas como tráfico, mucha gente, pero también me divierto mucho aquí porque tiene muchísima cultura. Hola, Mark.
Hola, Maria. I wish, honestly, that I could be there, but I'm stuck in a studio in London right now. What I'd like to record is a combination of things. We'll start with just some sparring, so we get an idea of what it would sound like if you were really competing in the sport.
Chumbi! Hey! Sicha!
Yo era muy traviesa de chiquita, muy hiperactiva, y cuando fui a clases de Taekwondo vi que podía saltar, vi que podía pelear y me encantaba pelear. Yo entreno con hombres porque es algo que me ha ayudado mucho para mi preparación. Como ellos son más fuertes, más rápidos, tienen más habilidades, entonces eso me hace que me exija mucho más, y al momento de que esté en una competencia con una mujer es como no sentirla tan fuerte, porque ya mi entrenamiento lo hice muy fuerte, que sería con un hombre.
Don't kill him. Amazing.
Yo necesito respirar.
The studio looks so cool. I wish I was there to actually work. I think I'm going to have to come and see another time.
Te tengo una sorpresa, un regalo para ti, y pues espero que te guste. Bueno, la sorpresa es una piñata, que es muy típico de aquí de México. ¿Eres tú?
It's perfect. Are you going to beat the out of it now?
Como eres tú y necesito un sparring, es como el que me va a ayudar ahorita, ¿no?
Whatever I can do to help you, including having my effigy destroyed on camera.
Okay.
Something good better come out of that.
Ah! Oops.
Ouch. I'm pretty strong. Just take his head off. Still nothing. Come on, Alfredo. Show me what you got. I think you guys can make some money selling those things. They're like you kick the out of Mark Ronson doll. I know a few people that will want one.
Yo creo que él por dentro es muy dulce ahora que lo veo.
Good luck.
Gracias. Thank you.
Bye, mini Mark, hanging half decapitated from the washing line. If you grew up listening to as much Wu-Tang as I did, that's the sound of people being punched in a hip-hop record is brilliant.
Chariot. Kionnet. Chariot. Kionnet.
And I just love that. I don't even know what it means, but it sounds so cool. It could just mean, Mark Ronson, you're an idiot. And now I've put it in the track, and people in Mexico are gonna think I'm an idiot. The human sounds of the athletes, like the grunting of Darius and Maria's sound that she makes when she kicks and punches. The human element in a track is what makes people feel a bond to it.
It's cool. He sounds really cool. I really wish I'd met Maria.
1, 2, 3.
Cuando estoy entrenando en la competencia próxima que tengo, visualizarme en mi sueño, ¿no?, que tengo próximo, en este momento pues son los Juegos Olímpicos en Londres.
She put the Olympic picture of her ceremony in Beijing with the gold medal. She erased Beijing and she put London. Yes, so to imagine that she can do it again.
Для меня Олимпиада — это, наверное, все. Ну, для каждого спортсмена Олимпиада — это все, потому что ты тренируешься к тому, чтобы достичь большего, а самое большее в спорте — это Олимпийские игры. Вот, поэтому я очень хочу на нее попасть. Я надеюсь, что в следующем году все сложится.
I'm not qualified yet to go. Yeah, and in November there's the Southeast Asia Games. Yeah, and they will observe my scores there, my performance, and they will see.
Now get the direction, get the speed, and get the distance. Go. That's it.
To be in Olympics is a big dream for all athletes. Yeah.
My old stomping grounds up here at Denver East High School. I used to drive and park on this Espinoza.
My driving spirit, some people like to go very fast. Obviously, you have your Jaguars. I have the inner driving spirit of an 85-year-old man.
Oh.
So I'm like very happy in a boat.
Oh yeah, just going slow. I have the inner spirit of a NASCAR racer or something. I want to go as fast as possible.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I just need to find your rhythm at the beginning a bit, but then it's easier to catch on to. I'm on a bicycle and that was like tough.
It's 9 meters basically in between each barrier, and you have to get it in 3 steps. So your movements have to be very crisp and very like perfect almost.
Today we're here recording David Oliver, the Olympic hurdler, and I guess with each athlete we've had to change our techniques and what we've done to adapt to, you know, the speed of the sport.
Everybody knows an object in motion stays in motion unless acted upon by a superior force. So when we're coming out of the blocks, you're not in motion. So you have to apply superior force in the blocks in order to get the power out to get to the first hurdle as quick as possible. You know, science and all that stuff goes hand in hand with the track and field. You know, we all know you can't make up time in the air. You know, you have to get up and get down as fast as possible.
His feet and the way he hits the track, even though he's so graceful and fast, it's really heavy, and especially the way that we had the mics up, so it's almost like a timpani, like an orchestra drum, like doom gong doom gong. I took a bit of a dive face plant. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm good.
I didn't throw you off.
No, I just was looking. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't get it on camera.
You didn't? Why not?
Because it's just framed out. I'm really annoyed.
What happened with David, like the archery, they're quite subtle sounds, so there'll have to be a moment in the song where the music stops and we bring all this attention to to David and his sounds, and then find a way then to build the music back up on top of him. Hey man, we got it that time. It's good. It's always the last one.
I think training plays a part in, you know, taking it to the next level, but it's got to be something inside of you. All of us have talent. That's like unquestionable that everybody has talent. But it's just what happens from the neck up. If you have the mentality and the smarts and stuff like that to take you over the top, because I mean, everybody can run fast. Everybody can jump far, throw far, jump high. You know, everybody that's out here doing what we do. In Beijing, when I won the bronze, it was pretty cool. The biggest accomplishment and achievement of my life so far on the track, and it wasn't like the gold or whatever, but you know, I still never watched that race. I just keep on going. I figure I can't run a perfect race or do something perfect yet, you know, but you know, because when you do, that means it's time probably for you to retire because there's nowhere else to go.
It's so crazy, man.
Showing Mark Ronson around Denver, being at my old high school, you know, it just brought back so many memories. We both were out there looking way too old to be getting low like those kids were, but it was a nice end to, like, you know, a long working day for everybody.
So you hear it's kind of got the spirit of what you guys are doing. So what I'll do is I'll play it through and then just keep playing along, and I'll cut the music so we get a clean recording of just you. 1, 2, 3, 4. I suddenly realized as soon as we decided to record the drum line, I was like, oh man, it's like being back in school and like playing your song in front of the assembly for the first time, like having these kids on the steps, and I was like, oh, what if they're just like, turn it up? The only thing worse as a DJ than clearing the dance floor is clearing the dance floor with something that you made yourself, you know? So it's always the best test of whether it works or not. It's great. I love it. Give me your emails and everything so that if we use it in the track and stuff, I can let you know.
We love dancing, you know, and we do everything, like, you know.
It's the Dougie.
Yeah, the Dougie, swag, you know, South Dallas swag. Really anything that has anything to do with music or art.
What is Dougie? Dougie is basically a movement with your shoulders. Yeah. We rock side to side, agile flavor to it.
To finish the Dougie off, you always got to brush the back of your head. Brush it. Make sure you get that.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle. That's what we do at East. We just, you know, we're naturally inclined to dance.
Your arm back and forth.
Okay, like that?
Yeah. There you go. Oh, no, we all got that.
Okay, this is why I became a DJ, so I'd never have to dance in my entire life. It was just really inspiring to see, you know, you make music and you create it in this vacuum when you're making it, and then you realize that you're making it because people want to enjoy either listening to it or moving to it, dancing to it, and when you see a bunch of, you know, 400 kids out on the school steps dancing like that, it kind of makes you inspired to make music because you're like, all right, I want to make kids feel like that. I want to make a song that kids are going to want to make a dance to, you know. Hi. The last time we were here was our very first time recording anything, so it was a bit of a trial run for our trip. Your name starts with a C and an L. Chantal, sorry. When I saw Chantal doing the floor exercise, it was so graceful, and her determination and her talent was quite, I don't know, there was something quite moving about it. yeah, I suddenly felt a different way about sport than I had before. So there was a part of me that wanted to incorporate it. I've never seen anyone do that before. It's really beautiful. So we have table tennis, archery, Taekwondo, hurdling, 400 meters, and gymnastics.
And the video is going to be recorded from a live performance.
Yeah, a live performance of all the musicians and the athletes whose sounds go into the track will be actually performing it live. So instead of like how you have a big orchestra with, 20 violins, 30 cellos, all this stuff, they'll actually have, like 20 athletes on stage performing.
That sounds really good.
It'd be cool.
When's this going to happen?
In a month, I think. It would be great if you could come down and get to perform with us when we do it. Does that sound good? Yeah? You're listening. Do you know Katy B's music? Do you listen to it? Do you like it?
I love Katy B. I'm so happy. Oh my gosh, I want her signature.
I am from Peckham, SD15. I lived there all my life, and yeah, I love it. For me, South London's home, and it's the best part of London.
I heard Katy stuff about 2.5 years ago when she was just getting her demos together. I thought she had a great voice, but it wasn't until I heard Katy on a Mission that it's just a record that just stops doing your tracks. Katy, like vocal and her melody and the way she kind of rides the beat, that's what I'm really excited about. And now it's sort of on me to get the sounds and make it really come to life.
No matter where you are, anywhere in the world. Could I do something quickly on that as well?
On the chorus?
On that bit after the
Okay,
bridge.
the part that comes in after the bridge, sure.
Music brings people together, and sport brings people together, for events like the Olympics and stuff.
Feeling like this, moving like this.
Like when I was saying, like, come with me, like, I found a new movement, it's kind of me, like, telling everyone to just come outside and have a nice time with me, like, and sort of show you around London and what it means to me, sort of thing.
What are you listening to?
I listen to Russian pop music.
Oh, cool. I've never heard any. It's actually good.
Mark, why do you look so tired?
Why do I look so tired? I was in last night in Latvia playing a show. So I haven't
want to
slept.
see a show.
Oh yeah.
In Russia, maybe.
Oh cool. If you don't mind, I'm going to put this, actually tape it and put it on you and clip it on the back, and then I'm going to tape it to here. Can you put it through the short? Is that okay? I won't look.
No problem. Меня зовут Kseniya Vdovina, мне 24 года, занимаюсь легкой атлетикой уже 13 лет. Ну, конечно, ты когда целый сезон к этому готовишься, целый год к этому готовишься, если тебе получается действительно отобраться в национальную команду, потом завоевать какую-то медаль, то это незабываемое ощущение, потому что ты к этому стремишься и целый год ты концентрируешься. Ну да, это же, наверное, можно сказать, болезнь. Болезнь не то, что выиграть, а болезнь просто тренировок. Это...
She's so fast. How am I going to be able to see what?
I didn't either.
I didn't. As soon as she started, I was like, Now what we're going to do is more running. And if we get it so your heart rate is up to the same beat as the song, which is 120. Her heartbeat is all through. It's just a pulse that goes through the whole track. So even if you can't hear it when you listen to the song, just knowing that pulse and that is in there just subconsciously kind of brings you into the song, Should we just start? Do you want to just start running? Yeah.
Okay.
I really enjoyed the process of having Kseniya in the studio and making her run until her heartbeat got to the right thing. I was thinking, holy if this girl injures herself on a treadmill in a recording studio before the World Championships, I better get the hell out of the country. This was my life from 18 to, I guess, 32. I mean, basically, all I ever did was collect records to DJ. So, like, I can see that from here, and I know that's De La Soul. It's so easy. It's so easy. And because I'd played these records, all I did was stare at these sleeves. Like, I can see that red sleeve, and I know that's Columbia from, like, somewhere in the early 2000s. We're sitting outside this producer's house, Moojus, and he just played me some stuff that was really like eye-opening in a really good way, just inspiring. Because we're doing so much stuff with sample and sounds, the stuff that we were listening to that Moojus played us, he had a few tracks where he did something quite similar, and it put a little fire under me to make sure that our stuff is like, the song we do is still progressive and great. What's the percussion?
Raindrips.
Oh, is that it?
Slow down.
Slow down. There's nothing that's more beautiful and relevant to like the human ear than a natural sound. So like when you can make an entire track out of all those sounds, it's why it sounds so lush, you know. There's these great pockets of really creative people making brilliant music or art or whatever it is in all these different parts of the world that we don't necessarily get to hear that much. And you realize that the stuff that's being made in a bedroom here is as good as Jamie XX record or something else that you love that maybe gets a bit more attention because, you know, it comes out of England, so. I mean, I'm sure there's some people that sit at home and they're like, I'm making music because one day I'm going to win a Grammy, but it doesn't change the fact that, you know, you want to keep going on and keep making music. And, you know, even if I don't ever win another Grammy, I still think that I can still make my music better, and that's kind of what you want to do. Darius.
Good afternoon.
This is Katy.
Nice seeing you, Katy.
Darius, Aaron. Hey, buddy.
Nice seeing you.
How you doing?
Nice seeing you again.
Nice to see you again, Aaron. What's going on? Good to see you. Katy singing the track. I don't know if you heard the demo yet of the song.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not been so fortunate.
But I know you know Katy's music, right?
Yeah.
Everybody does. Darius, he's just a cool kid, and him and his friends, they just remind me of kids that I would have hung out with and I would have been friends with when I was 20 or whatever. And so it's been an easy couple days.
This is where we used to hang out a little bit and get food. Obviously, the shops have changed over the years. Curry goat, please. Curry goat would be lovely with rice and peas. That would be lovely for me.
Jerk chicken, please.
Boom, 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 boom. We used to go all the way over there. See like where the little colourful things over there with the kids, and you can see the people in there?
Yeah.
That's where we started playing. And these are some of my friends that I grew up with. Like all my best friends that I grew up with, I think, see like about 20 or 30 of us. I think there's only Christopher. There's only 2 or 3 others that are really doing something with themselves.
How you doing, Mark? Good to meet you. Cool. Hey, what's going on? Good to meet you. Hey, man. Yeah, when I was in New York, you know, a lot of the artists and musicians I worked with kind of lived in projects in New York in the Lower East Side or uptown, but it's definitely like You want to come here if you're coming here with somebody who's from around here who can show you around, but if I just walked in here in the middle of the day, like, I probably wouldn't be having as good a time.
Definitely.
I'm looking for the chicken.
Nah, don't worry, I got you in it, you know, something like that.
Yeah. The thing about Darius coming from here and being about to compete on the world stage is amazing. You always have one athlete or one musician or somebody that's your hero growing up that inspires you and says, oh, if he did that, I can do that. Maybe Darius would spark the table tennis renaissance in Battersea.
I'll tell you one more. All right, I've got two there.
All right, cool. All right, guys, great hanging out with you. All right, cool. If someone had just sent me like a hard disk of all these sounds of athletes and stuff, the track wouldn't have been anywhere near as three-dimensional as it is, because I needed those personal experiences with those athletes, and it's like, it's where you stand in a room and where you hear the sounds. If I hadn't have been there for Darius and really felt something from his squeaking and his grunts, I probably wouldn't have just heard that and decided to put it in the track. It was just so important to be there and to see these athletes and spend so much time around them and be in their environment to understand how to make it work. That was great. Usually you have a couple of weeks and you sit with the track for a little while and you do that, whereas we have a week. So that puts a bit more pressure on, but...
Are you worried?
I don't know. I feel relaxed now, but you should come see what I look like a week from now. It might be different. That's cool. It's better. It's just a lot of work, but it's not worrying like, how am I going to pull this off? It's like, it's more like, there's a lot of possibilities.
I don't even know what my nickname is, man.
Dayyan think it's got to be Shooter or Assassin. Dave is, I don't know, he's probably called King Kong or something like that. King Kong. King Kong and Supergirl. Yeah, she's blonde, blue eyes, Supergirl. I got a few names. I don't really have a nickname.
The Joker.
That's Olympic. Ladies. I don't know, man. I'm not sure where I am at the minute.
Нет, но хотя да, вот мурашки. Но это очень значимо для спортсмена, конечно, Олимпийские игры, быть в Лондоне рядом со стадионом, который еще никто не видел, и докоснуться до него, может быть, это поможет мне отобраться и быть здесь в следующем году.
Wow, you know, it's getting bigger and bigger, getting closer and closer to the actual games, and wow, it's just pretty big deal, definitely.
Seeing the whole production happen, the song that Katie and I have written, it's quite emotive, not in a way that's like an ego, like, whoa, look at us, we made a song and now 100 people have to act it out. It's just more three-dimensional. It's quite moving just to see it all happen at the same time. Did you hear with your and all the grunts and stuff? It's cool, right? No, I think it's great. It's like one of my favorite parts of the song. It's kind of the producer's role in music to be in charge of arranging and telling people when to sing and when to come in, and that's what I do when I'm in the studio with bands, so conducting's kind of similar, you know? You're supposed to know the music, and you're supposed to know the performers, and you're supposed to be able to, I guess, command something, so on those levels I do know the music and I do know most of these athletes, so I'm trying my best.
You know, meeting all of them as well, they're such dedicated, focused, disciplined, hard-working people that push the boundaries of what the human body can do, and they're going to be here in London. Like, I am so inspired from meeting them.
I can't afford to make a mistake out here and hit one of these hurdles and I might fall down. That might be an embarrassment of the show. I think I stand to lose a whole lot out here if I don't do what I'm supposed to do.
But smooth criminals act cool under pressure, so
yeah,
I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know, if he does fully, he'll just wake up and just start dancing. You know?
Just hit out, you know. Hey, might hit the Dougie or something.
What I found from doing the documentary is there's so much similarity between music and sport in the fact that they both use the natural rhythms of humans. So having the action and the sonic at the same time, it's like the fourth dimension.
I want to thank you all for coming down today. I said if you're ready to be part of history right now, can you make some noise?
You know, she's competing this weekend, so she couldn't make it, but Maria wishes us luck with the performance. And I just want to say, this definitely isn't the last time we're going to all spend time together, but I want to thank you for helping me make such a great track and being a part of it. And can't wait till we hand out our platinum plaques.
Yeah, can't wait for that one. Just
on the count of three, let's have it. 1, 2, 3.
Let's have it!
Ну, уже ни о чем не думаешь, когда стоишь в колодке, и думаешь о предстоящем старте.
When we get into the zone, you can almost forget everything.
It's like you're switched on, but like you listen to what you want to listen to. And you're just in your own world kind of thing.
I just clear my head and rely on muscle memory and what I've been trained to do, and just let that take over.
It is still a performance, isn't it? At the end of the day, like, you can practice as much as you want, but you know, when it comes down to that one day and that one thing, I think it shares that same kind of vibe.
There's no plugin that cheats a brilliant performance.
Ya para iniciar el combate es cuando ya cambia completamente, ¡fum! Es como que me desconecto del mundo.
You don't get to make one mistake and then come back and try to correct the mistake and do it again. You know, on that day, at that time, when the clock strikes 8:50 or whatever on August the 8th out in London and the finals go off, you have to perform.
Mark Ronson, make some noise!
Chariot, Hyunmin.
Come with me, let's start a new movement. Get everybody out on the street, on the street, on the street. I found a new rhythm to move our bodies to the beat. As we move our feet in unison, kicking up the rain on the sand and the sun. It gives my heart that good feeling, could be anywhere.
Wrong way, Ronson. It's a painful story, but when we were on the track yesterday, I brought back some painful memories of me that when I was 9 years old at sports day, I ran the wrong way in the relay race, and the coach called me Wrong Way Ronson, and then that nickname stuck with me for the better part of the last 26 years. So
I write music every day. I'll be sitting there in class, I'll start writing music. I got a girlfriend, I'll be writing music about her all the time.
all the time. A little bit of this, a lot of that, maybe a tiny bit of the Bee Gees, the harmonies. So you have Wu-Tang, Motown, and the Bee Gees, and if you can find a way to combine all those three things in a good way, you will be rolling in the money.
Yeah, we train like years, and to be a champion, like we don't know when is it, but the time will come.
The only time I ever won a medal in sports was when less people showed up to the running meet than there were medals.
Yeah, I'm training for the Olympics.
Which one?
The 2016.
And how long away is that?
5 years.